Let's cross now to Rome to our international affairs editor, Philip Turle. Philip, are the two leaders going to work towards getting their relationship back to normal?
I think, Annette, that is probably what is on the cards today. We're here at the French embassy to the Vatican, which is pretty close to the Vatican, where Joe Biden, as we've just been seeing, has been meeting Pope Francis. I think that was probably for Joe Biden one of the easy parts of this visit here to Rome, because he was hoping to come with an offer to help with climate change. That still is not possible due to the dispute going on within the Republican Party over spending in the United States. The other big problem on the table for Joe Biden is, of course, the discussions with France following the decision by Australia to scupper that deal for buying nuclear submarines from France, a deal worth billions of euros, which has now been handed over to the United States. France was extremely angry about the way it was treated and upset that all of these discussions went on behind its back. Now, France withdrew its ambassador from the United States. That was a first, and then refused to speak to the US president for a while. Since then, the two men, Emmanuel Macron and Joe Biden, have spoken twice by telephone. Today, the meeting, which is due to take place just behind me in the ambassador's residence here, is due to get underway in about half an hour. That's what we're being told by officials here. There's been a slight delay this afternoon because the meeting between Joe Biden and Pope Francis went on for longer than expected. So what is going to happen there? Well, I think France and the United States are going to try to work to smooth over the cracks, because they both need each other. And this is not the first time there have been really big differences between France and the US over different issues. Remember back to 1966 and France's decision to pull out of the NATO General Command, which horrified the Americans. That was quickly remedied. Then in 1981, François Mitterrand, the president, named 4 communists to the government, which America really didn't like. And then, of course, everyone remembers the row that went on in 2003 when Jacques Chirac went against George W. Bush's decision to launch a war in Iraq. So we have all these differences in the past that have been smoothed over, and I think that is what both sides are working towards today.
Now, President Macron is seeking American backing for his European Union defence programme. Do you think he's going to get it from President Biden?
Well, I think that's also one of the points on the table today, because there has been, let's say, strong American rebuke towards that, because it's seen as a competitor to NATO, which is something the United States will not accept. But since Donald Trump's term in the White House, things have moved on quite a lot since then. And I think America is more open to the idea that if there is a strong European defence, that will act not as a competitor to NATO, but a complement to NATO. So I think that the US is, on the one hand, going to be more open to that. On the other hand, Annette, I think Joe Biden will see this as something that's going to happen a long way down the road, because he knows that Europe is really very divided on this. You've got Poland and you have Hungary, for example, which are standing out as 2 rebel members of the European Union. So he may agree to it, but he knows in the background that it will be a long time coming for Emmanuel Macron.
Philip Turle reporting there from Rome. Thank you. And we'll be speaking to Philip